एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता
access and for students motivation also. He has trained more than 30,000 CS students, business owners, government officials, GST officers and professors on GST, Tally, Excel, Google Suite and AI. Sir, we welcome you on joining us today for our program. One minute, sir. And I also request to everybody to have this session to be useful for us. So over to the speaker, sir. You can start with the intros.
Thank you. Thank you for a brief introduction. Thank you, Institute, for giving me this opportunity. Today, 10th September, 15th September is the last date of filing for individuals. And in spite of all the busy schedule, many of them has attended this session. So we all know and understand that the new financial statement for non-corporate entity has created a lot of fuss because one, the way the statement is and how it has to be prepared, it takes a little time because it is not the conventional way where we have the balance sheet in horizontal or vertical format and then we prepare and then file the report. So a lot of changes has been made. First, initially, they changed the format of the companies. Now they have made it mandatory for the non-corporate entities. So today's session, we are divided into three parts. One, some basic knowledge about what is all about this non-corporate entities, new financial statement, what does the institute guidelines states. Not much deeper on that. Our major focus will be on how to use technology, that is Tally, and bring out that report so that it helps us save a lot of time. So today we find it difficult. Many of them find difficult in getting the required manpower, and a lot of time is being taken in the preparation of the balance sheet, P&L, audit report. The data, accounting data is different. The final report is different. Then it is being changed. So much of time is going on in preparation of these financial reports. So how Tally will help us in preparing the new financial statements for non-corporate entity, that we will understand, and few other important features of Tally. So these are the three aspects today which we are going to cover. Just a second, I'll share the PPT. Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Audible.
Fine. So objective and scope. Okay, we'll just move to this. So what does guidance note state? Earlier, if you see in June 2022, ICAI had issued a guidance note, technical guidance note for financial statement on non-corporate entities for the purpose of applicability of the accounting standard and recommended financial statements, which were not mandatory. Then later in August 2023, Institute has issued a guideline for the guidance on notes on financial statements for non-corporate entities. I hope many of you might have seen that, since it is going to affect all the auditors who are doing the audit and preparing the financial statements. And these new financial statements are being implemented with the guidance note with effect from the April 2024. That means what? From April 2024, whatever audited financial statement audit report you are going to prepare for the non-corporate entities, it should be prepared in the new financial statement format. And if you read the guidance note, they even tell that if you are not following, then you have to specifically provide the reason also that you have not followed the financial statement format as specified. So all those notes are there. So for whom it is applicable? Now, this new financial statement for non-corporate entities is not applicable for companies incorporated under the Companies Act and limited liability partnership. So LLP and private limited company, they have a different format, and that format we have to use it. So this format we should not use for companies and LLP. For whom it is considered: sole proprietorships, partnership firm, Hindu undivided family. These are the major cases. And in other cases, if you see association of persons, society, trust, corporation, autonomous body, authorities, again in guidance note, they give a point stating that if there is a business income, then you have to use this non-corporate entities. Otherwise, that is new financial format. If business income is not there, then the previous format can also be used. So what does the financial statement for non-corporate entities contain? They contain the balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, which is not mandatory as of now, but notes to accounts and breakup as we prepare in the private limited company or the corporate financial statements. So what is the difference between the new format and the earlier format? So earlier format, many of them, they used to take the balance sheet and P&L either from Tally or any other software, and then they prepare the audit report stating that this balance sheet is matching true and fair view, all those reports we give. But the concept earlier was current asset, current liability. Normally, these were the terms which were used. In companies, current asset, current liabilities again break down. Non-current asset, current asset, that is which is related to business, which is not related to business, we have to specify it clearly. Second part is related to loans and other loans and advances, where earlier we were not defining in detail whether it is long term or short term. But in the new financial format, we have to define it clearly whether the loan, whether given or received, is either for long term or short term basis. So these are the major changes. One, current asset, non-current asset, current liability, non-current liability. That is related to business, not related to business. Same way, loans, long term, short term. Loans and advances you are providing, that is also long term, short term. So now we have to give the classification accordingly to the new financial statements. Based on this classification, we are going to prepare our financial statement. Similar manner, the profit and loss account, horizontal or vertical format we were preparing, but now it is only vertical format, where similar manner how we used to prepare the financial statement for companies, showing revenue from operations, other income, then cost of goods sold. So there is no concept of gross profit or manufacturing or trading and profit and loss account. It is just profit and loss account. So if you want to calculate the gross profit, then no separate option is given in this financial statement. Separately only you have to calculate based on the GP formula basis. And again, for the non-corporate entities, they have included exceptional items, extraordinary items, and the current tax provisions. So all these provisions are also included separately to match with the company's law format. So now we come to the part of the tool. So our focus here main on today's session is how to generate this new financial statement for non-corporate entities from Tally. So earlier, how were we preparing the statement? Earlier, we used to export the trial balance. From the trial balance, we used to prepare the balance sheet or P&L. This was one method. Or some auditors, what they used to do is in the balance sheet, in the tally, they used to complete all the entries, fully pass the closing entries, and then generate the balance sheet P&L from the tally itself. And then they used to give it to the client, signing their report. But in the new format, the procedure is different. One, the format of balance sheet and P&L in Tally, only two methods it is supported. One is horizontal and second one is vertical. Again, that is based on the traditional method, not on the new method. In new method, lot of details, lot of classification needs to be done. But at present, Tally is not supporting this in the software level. That means whatever classification of current, non-current, long-term, short-term, that classification Tally is not providing in the software. But what Tally has done is it has created a separate utility. We will talk about utility later on. First, let's understand why this has been done. If you remember, when the financial statements for companies came, the Schedule 6 format Tally incorporated, a lot of issues were going on. So they don't want this to happen in this version. So what they did is they have changed the format. Instead of preparing the financial statements and audit report in Tally, they have created an Excel utility add-on in Tally and given it free of cost to the Tally users, subject to the condition that their Tally subscription is updated, and then only they will be able to use this format. And what is the basic differentiation is the Excel financial statement, which is being provided as an add-on, and the Tally data is not linked. You have to export the report from the Tally data to the XML and then import it. So what are the intricacies that we will see as and when we go? Now, this tool, which has been developed by the Tally for the purpose of preparation of financial statement for the non-corporate entities, is only for sole proprietorship, partnership, HUF. It is not for trust, association person, or any other category. First point which you need to understand. Second point, this already I have explained. Go to the balance sheet. You have to export the financials to the XML format and then import it in the add-on tool. Then map the data. Now, what is this mapping of data? Now, in Tally, we see as an auditor, if I see 100 companies Tally data, there are different accountants who prepare the Tally data in the different manner. They prepare the group in the manner which they feel. Some of them who are understandable, experienced, they create the groups correctly. But some of them make a mistake sometime while auditing. We will see that debtor is created as creditor, the secured loan is created as loans and advances. All these misclassification happen. Either you correct the data in the Tally and then prepare the financial statement, or as it is, export the data. Normally, we all know that clients send the data in the last moment when the due date is there. Before the due date, we have a lot of time pressure and work. So no need to change the data or grouping the format. Everything will be exported to XML. In the XML, you can remap the old data as per your financial statement requirement. So that is what is called as mapping of data. Based on the grouping which is created in Tally, 60 to 70% of the mapping is done. Other mapping, we have to manually do it. One example I will give you. Say for example, GST. Normally GST accounts we keep it under duties and taxes. For some clients in the March end, it will be a payable. For some clients, it will be carry forward. Normally we don't shift from asset to liability every time. In the year end, what it is, we depends upon how we group it. Now assume that GST input tax credit carry forward is available in the balance sheet in duties and taxes as negative. I want to show this as in the asset side as the balances with the government. Then normally in Tally, I need to regroup and then change it. But this is not required. In the XML, import Excel, you can regroup all the ledgers as per your requirement to map with the financial statements. Then additional details, it is giving you the provision to give the audit report, notes to accounts, space for providing all the basic data like your company name, automatically it picks from the Tally data, current year data, previous year data, all the data can be mapped and you can prepare the financial statement. Then printing separate file can be generated so then you can create different version of the file. Normally what happens, first time you prepare, you send to client, then client say that this entry is not correct, that entry is not correct, there is a change in this is a change. Then you can keep version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, so that you can know that what are the changes happen and keep track of the accounts properly. So this is the flow of activity, how to use the utility. Should have various sheets like a README, index, basic information, the balance sheet, P&L, mapping sheet. So this is the important area where we are going to provide the mapping of the accounts, then the stock details, trial balance details, notes to accounts, balance sheet, P&L, everything will be automatically created. Now, when it comes to new financial statement, many times confusion happens. Whether it should be grouped long term, whether it should be short term. So all these can be done. And one more tip I will give you. Suppose someone is good in Excel and they think that, okay, even this Tally financial statement add-on tool, I am finding some difficulty in preparing the new financial statement. The trial balance and the data which you get for the purpose of preparation of the new financial statement, that you can copy and paste in another file, and then you can also prepare the financial statement. So this gives so much flexibility and lot of improvement needs to be done, and Tally is also doing lot of improvements in the financial statements. And if you have any recommendation, you can send to Tally and they will try to implement and create a newer version. So whatever version is available now is 1.1, that is the second release. Maybe third release, fourth release will be updated based on the inputs from the user. Now how to do it? So process is very simple. First, we have to go to the Tally website. I'm going to show fully practically. Let's understand theoretically first, and then we will go to the practical side. Step by step, slowly, I will show you. No need to worry. But let's understand the flow of activity. First, you need to go to the Tally website and type your serial number. So you can see this in the website where it is. I'll show you. Just type the serial number and check your eligibility. Now, if it is eligible, it will say that your Tally is eligible for this purpose. Not eligible, when eligible, when not eligible. Now, in Tally, there is something called as renewal of Tally. So, this version is compatible only from TallyPrime 6.0 onwards. Now, latest version of Tally is Tally 6.1. And you should have Microsoft Excel of 2007 onwards. Why Microsoft Excel of 2007 onwards? Because of the macro features. I would suggest that rather than using 2007, you use the latest version of Office 365 or the latest version of Office 2020. That will be more better than using the older version. So first thing, your serial number, you have to check whether for you it is applicable or not applicable. The reason is only one, whether you have renewed or not renewed. So if your TSS, that is your license needs to be renewed. Now, when you buy a Tally every year, your license needs to be renewed. Now, if you don't renew, your Tally will work, only the updates will not happen. So if your TSS is not renewed or you are using older version of Tally, Tally knows which version of Tally you are using, TallyPrime 2 or Tally 9 ERP, then it will say that this is not compatible. Either renew it and then update it to the new version. So once you renew it, then what happens? It will, you have to give your Tally user ID and password. It will send you an OTP and then the add-on will be automatically updated. Then you reactivate, that is update your license and the file. Now, particularly the Excel file, it is a macro file which is not available in the online as a separate download file. Once you provide the serial number and get the acceptance of the OTP, automatically Tally will download that file in your Tally folder, and from that folder you can use the file and then prepare the financial statements. So this is the step, very simple step. And now why this format? See, there are many formats available in the market who give you paid or some are free. Different formats are available. And it depends upon your usage, because some are on paid basis, renewal basis. A lot of things are there. Tally is doing a lot of updates in this only for the purpose of preparing the financial statement, because there are almost more than 20 lakh Tally users. So everything is done automatically, no manual updation in this. So whatever mapping is done from the Tally, it is done, map to the Excel, you map the data and then it is mapped to the financial statement and the schedule automatically. So only one manual work what you need to do is classify the mapping. Second, cost effective, no need for separate tools for the purpose of generation of financial statement, or you don't need to be a master to prepare this financial statement in Excel. Only mapping power is very important. You should know which will come under long term, which will come under short term, which will come under the, what they say, current, non-current. Based on that, you have to decide and provide the features. So Excel, we all know that Excel is the most widely used software, and even the Tally's capability like MSME, bill-wise breakup, lot of things are there in Tally which helps to inbuilt prepare this financial statement and make our work more easy. So ready to use mapping, already I have said that 60 to 70% of the trial balance are already mapped. Only what is not mapped, it will highlight, and then based on the highlight, you have to map it. And turnaround time, so built-in trust from Tally, these are the reason. So now we will practically understand step by step how to activate this non-financial financial statements for non-corporate entity. So any doubt, one or few doubts we can take here now. Any doubt you have? Fine. First, going to the website. Hope website is visible to all. Is the website visible? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Sometimes the sharing creates some issue. Okay. Go to the website tallysolutions.com. So this is the website where you need to go to check the eligibility. I'll open the Tally also. So you have this Tally. I'm just going to click this Tally here. So in the Tally, you have this option F1. So press F1. If simultaneously someone is using, you can even try it. And here you have further options about. So here you can find which version of Tally you are using. So this is 6.1 latest. Second is which is the serial number, that is your serial number, whether it is a silver or a gold or an auditor version. Now what is silver is? Silver means single user version. It can be used only in one system. Gold or auditor version. For auditors, they have given a special pricing. It is again a gold version, that is server LAN, that is server and client relationship basis. Gold version is there. So whatever system is there, you can just update it and check whether what version you are. Now what is important for us is this serial number. And you have this administrator details. This is my administrator ID for my Tally. So this is the administrator. I am going to use it. So I'll go to tallysolutions.com. This is the latest website. You can go to product. In product, you have taxation and compliance. So here you have to enable this add-on feature. So enable add-on. You can give your serial number here. So you can just give the serial number. Check eligibility. Since my serial number is already enabled and activated, so it is giving a message that my serial number is already enabled for the non-corporate entity financials add-on. Till this, is it understandable? Simple? Yes. So first step is clear. Then once you check eligibility, normally suppose if you give some other serial number and check eligibility, it will ask you for your admin email address and password. Now where to get this admin email address? You open your Tally, you can find this license administrator. This is your admin email address and provide the admin email ID and password. If you don't know the password, you can select the forget password and generate the new password. You will get an OTP. Give the OTP, then this NCE will be enabled. Next, what? Once NCE is enabled, next you have to do one process. What is that process? You have to update your license. Now, how to update your license? Select F1. In the F1, go to settings. In settings, you have license. So you can select license. And here, right hand side, you have to select update F5. So give the email address. And once you get this screen, license updated successfully. That means now first step, you have given eligibility, you have given the OTP, completed. Second step, you have updated the license. Now, once you update the license, what will happen is you have to go to the Tally folder. Now, how to find the Tally folder? Just right click on your Tally. You will get this icon. Again, right click, properties, open file location. Once again, I'll show you. Right click on Tally, properties, open file location. Now, this is the Tally path. That is where your Tally setup files are kept. Now, in this path, if you see, there is something called as app resources. So app resources means what? Now, when you buy a mobile phone, you get limited apps. You install new app. Once you install new app, the data related to app is stored somewhere. Same way in Tally, the data related to the app is stored, related to the add-on is stored in this app resource. You can just double click. Then you have to go to plugin. So this is a plugin, add-on plugin. Already Tally Capital, one add-on is there by default for everyone. Now go to financial statement for LCE. So Excel file will not be there. This is only I have downloaded it. You will get this zip file. Now this version is what? V1.1. Now if it is updated, you may get V1.2, 1.3. That is the latest version. You just update your license. New version will be downloaded automatically. Now any doubt till now? Any clarification required here? Hope till now you have understood how to extract the file. Fine. So now we go to the next part. Double click this. Now this is your template file. You can just, this is zip file, right click, extract here. So you can just extract this file. Once you extract, this file will be downloaded. If you don't have this WinZip, you can just download this WinZip. It is freely available and you open this file. So this is your basic file. This is a macro file. Excel macro file. Now some of you may get the information that this is file will not be able to open or macro will not be enabled. Then what to do? Then you close this Excel file, right click on this file, select properties, and you have this option. Okay, I'll do one thing once again. Right click, extract here. So this is the extract properties. Since I have already opened, normally here you will get an option. This file you have downloaded from some network and it is being blocked. In the right, there will be a small box, unblock. Tick that unblock and your file will be ready and you can use this macro enabled Excel file. Now, how to update the data in Tally, from Tally to this Excel? This is the next step which we are going to see. So before going to the updation part, we will just go through this Excel. Can we use the same file for two different systems at a time? Two different systems in the sense? I did not understand. One file opening in two different systems. No, two people know. Sharing is not allowed. In this, sharing is not allowed. When you try to open, Excel will say inform you that it is already open. Do you want to open in read-only file? Sharing is not allowed. Only one time, one file. This file, you save it as it is, as a blank, as your template, and then for every company, wherever you want. It is not necessary that this file should be in this folder only. Wherever you want to save, you can save the data, save the folder file in the folder and use the data. Okay, so now we will navigate this file and then go to the Excel, and how to prepare. We will go to the next part before that. So this is template. So already I have said that various version of this template is being updated. So this version is V1.1. Release date is 26. All those data is there. If you want help content, simple videos are available. Just click on this and you will get the simple videos. Then frequently asked question, and they will tell you what are the steps, how to go through this in case after viewing this video, somewhere you are this session, somewhere you have got struck, how to do it. Then lot of material is content is available here. They have tried to make it as simple as possible, but because of some technical problem, we may initially find some difficulty to map the ledgers. Some advanced cases, there may be some different issues also. It depends upon case-to-case basis again. So what are the other things in this advantage? One is the scaling factor. So it gives you the option to scaling. Scaling factor means what? Hundreds, thousands. That also it gives you. You can provide in the basic information. So financial for different clients, always a fresh copy. You can save it. Debit and credit value. Again, in Tally, normally you export any data. What happens is, It will not show you every time debit and credit column. The amount will be shown only in one column. How to identify what is debit or credit? If it is a positive value, then it is a debit. If it is a negative value, then it is a credit. Based on the mapping, 60 to 70% tally will do the mapping. Rest unmapping will be done, and it will be done shown in yellow color. And even in the balance sheet, you will be able to find unmapped data. If someone has used the earlier version in Tally, preparing the financials for companies, you have seen unmapped data, similar manner. So classification, yellow highlighted, so rounded off. So these are the content, different file, one basic information. So information about the company, about the auditor, UDIN number, date of filing the report. These are the index files. Directly you can go. These are the shortcuts if you want to go to notes, all this. Then basic information. Again, this basic information is about the data. This few details, when we import the data from Tally, automatically it will be updated. Other details we have to provide, like your signatory details of the company, auditor details, firm registration details, UDIN number, membership number, all those details we can provide. And in case you have imported and you want to clear the data, you can just clear the data, go to in-text. A lot of shortcut keys have been provided. This is the balance sheet. Based on your XML, this balance sheet will be filled. Manually, you will not be able to fill any data. Only wherever yellow marking is there, like this yellow marking is there, there you can provide any additional data. Otherwise, nowhere else you will be allowed to provide the data. So if you click on here, automatically it will go to the schedule, other long-term schedule. So you can just see how this linking is done. So manually you cannot change anything here. Everything is automated. This part, whatever data is there, it is fixed. You cannot alter, you cannot remove, you cannot change. So this part, this thing is not been provided till now. Same way P&L, everything is fixed. Again, you want to go to the schedule of cost of goods sold, just click on this. It will go to the schedule of cost of goods sold. So all these shortcut keys, they are provided. Then this is the data. Now there are two methods of maintaining the data. One, normally what happens when a financial year is complete, either you split the data and then use it for the new year, or what you do, you continue in the same Tally. So both the options are provided in Tally. Tally gives you the option that whether you can create two separate company, that is one for previous year data, one for current year data, or if the same Tally is having both the year data, that data can also be mapped. So these two facilities are provided. So how to import, we will just I'll show you next. First, let's understand the sheets. Same way, previous year data, it depends based on the import we are going to understand. Then notes of accounts, you can provide the details here. Yellow color means you can provide any details what you want to provide. Again, here capital account, partners capital account, providing the breakup, yellow color is there because capital account you have to provide manually. It will not going to show the details separately. So these are the various notes to the account. Again, stock is also imported from the Tally software, and it will show you what are the imports, current year, previous year, then trade payable. So all those, you can see lot of data is available. Now coming to this debtor and creditor. Third is MSME. So MSME, if you classify in the Tally as a MSME, it will save a lot of time. That is one part. We all know that already in Tally, there is an option where you can provide the data regarding MSME, whether the creditor is a MSME creditor or a non-MSME creditor. Trade creditor, that is sundry debtor and sundry creditor. So this is one big challenge I have seen in many accounts. Very few accountants maintain the data bill-wise. Now, what do you mean by bill-wise? In Tally, there is an option where you can maintain the data bill-wise. That means if you are passing bills for 10 entry, 10 purchases, then 10 separate bills will be created in the ledger. And when you make the payment, you have to set off against bill to bill. And any given point of time, you find out what is the balance bill-wise, it will show you the breakup. But many of the accountants don't maintain this data in the bill-wise details. So you have to train the accountants and tell them that mandatory they have to maintain the data of creditor and debtor in bill-wise, and there should be nothing called as on account. Now on account means what? Now to pass the entry, I don't know which bill to settle. 10,000 rupees received. Instead of adjusting FIFO method, I select on account. That means nothing set off. The bill balance is separate, amount received is separate. And what classification you want to do, you can give here later on. So good practices for accountants is that maintain bill-wise details properly for debtors and creditor and provide the classification of the creditors MSME details in Tally itself, so that here again your work burden will be reduced. So these are the different sheets. Now how to export the data to XML and import into Excel. See, there are two methods of getting the data from Tally. One method is ODBC, that is Open Database Connectivity. Open Database Connectivity is one method where the Tally and Excel is linked and you can refresh the data. Second method is exporting the data from here to XML format and then importing. Hardly 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds time. And both the methods are different. But here, for the purpose of this financial statement, which method is adopted is exporting to Excel and then importing to Excel. Now, direct export to Excel is not available. First, we are going to export the data to XML and then import in Excel. So I'm going to open a demo company. So this is a partnership company. Can we, when you have Tally for each year, how to, yeah, okay. So we were talking about the current year and the previous year, right? So in current year and previous year, there are two methods of maintaining the data. Some of the accountant, what they do, they don't split the data, they change the year and then pass on the entry. That means what? Your Tally data is continuous. Now, whenever you open a company, so F3, select company, in the right hand side, you can see how many years data is available in this Tally. Now, forget this branch. So as of now, branch and HO multiple Tally is not yet integrated. They are just working on. So single Tally. So now this ABC Enterprises HO 1st April 2021 to 31st March 2023. So how many years financial year data is available here? 21, 22, 22, 23, 2-year financial data is available. And I assume that the financial year data of 21-22 is correct and final. There is no changes in that. It is as per the previous year audit report. And current year 22-23, I am doing the audit and that data is the current year data. That means what? In same Tally, I have both current year data and previous year data. Now assume a separate company where there are two different data. That is two different companies. For financial year 21-22, separate Tally. For financial year 22-23, separate Tally. Both the methods, you can export the data to XML format. So no need to worry in this. Both the methods are possible. How to select the method, that I will show you now. Now, till now, I have shown you how to download the new financial statement, how to activate this, how to use the utility. What are the different sheets which are available in the Excel utility, which is a macro file. Sometimes if your macro file is not opening in spite of unblocking the file, maybe you can check the security settings. Now we are going to understand how to export the data to XML, one, and how to import the data in XML. Second, how to export the data when the tally data contains both previous year and current year. How to export the data when there are two different tally data. Okay. So go to balance sheet. Now here you can see this is only a sample company. Different company maintain the accounts in different methodology. And I normally suggest that you, if you are having some 10 or 20 or 30 clients, standardize the method of preparing the grouping so that it becomes easy for you. Even 20 companies, 30 companies, whenever you are doing the financial statement, you know that your 20 clients, these are the methods, the financial is being prepared, and it becomes and saves a lot of time. So this is partners, this is a partnership firm, the capital account, fixed asset, then the work in progress, then investment, current assets, all these details are provided. Here the branch account is there, but as of now, I am not going to take how to link the branch because that template is not yet ready, only for proprietor, that is single tally data. The data, the Excel file is ready. So one, if you want to regroup here, short term, long term, practically not possible with the time available. Maybe sometimes before, after the audit, you can go to the client place and regroup the data, and then it makes your work easy. Whether you regroup the data here or don't regroup the data here, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. So no need to worry about that. Now, how to export this data? So this is the data. Again, I'll show you the profit and loss account. This is the profit and loss account. We even have the stock data here. Now, whether the stock data comes from the ledger or it is from the stock summary, you can just go to stock summary, F5, you will find these are the different stock items which are available. Go to balance sheet and press Alt E. So once you go to balance sheet once again and press Alt E, Alt E is nothing but export. On the top, you can see Alt E or click on this Alt E. For what purpose you want to do? Financial statement for NCE. Now, you are exporting and finding that this financial statement for NCE is not visible. That means this non-corporate entity is not yet been updated, or you have updated in the website, but you did not update in the system. Another method to find whether it is updated or not, you can go to F1, that is help, go to plugin. In the plugin, you can see these two financial are loaded. Sir, I don't want this financial statement. You can even unload it, opt out. That option is also available, but that is not for now. So here, if you check that financial statement for this version is not available, that means you have not updated your license inside Tally. Once you update, this will be uploaded. In case you find further difficulty, call the Tally call center. They will help you out. So I'm going to balance sheet, Alt E, and go to financial statement, enter. So now go to configuration. What did I talk about? One, tally, current year data, previous year data, same tally. Current year different tally, previous year different tally. So here it gives the option export data for current year and previous year. Now for me, What is the data? Current year, previous year, same tally. No, current year is different, previous year is different, then select year. Then what you can do? You can select only current year, this data. And previous year data, then you can select the previous year, separate company. So this way you can enable this. So only current year, only previous year. So current year data. Previous year data in separate company, I have to give here, yes. So you see why this is not working, because I did not mention here that previous year data is in a separate company. Whatever. Alt E, financial statement, configuration. This is current year. Some issue is going on, no problem. So this way you can select the current year and previous year. So I am selecting both current year and previous year. Previous year data in separate company, you select yes, and you can select the second company or the old company. So here it is same data. So which year you are preparing the financial year, you can provide. Normally what happens is, now in this, the financial statement or the year ending data is till March 2023. Normally in live data, next year data will also be available. If you want to change, you can change the year end date. Which year you want to prepare, that date you can change. So yes, no, you can select the second company, but here since same company, we are not. Now whether you want to export ledger with zero balance and no transaction, no, don't give. Yes, if you want, you can give. I don't know what is the purpose, but that also option is provided. Export trade receivables and payable bill wise. Yes, I want to provide. You are sure that no, the bill wise breakup is not correct. You don't want to provide. Then you can give no also. Same way, stock item, whether you want to export the stock item. Yes. Exclude item with zero balance. Yes, that is stock items with zero balance. Whether do you want to exclude? You can give yes or no, choice is yours. Then address, other details, XML, and where is the location of the file? The location of the file is the folder path E drive tally 6. Control A and export. Now, here you may get a question, sir, I want to change the default path of saving the data. I don't want the data to be saved in this path, some other path. Whether I can change? Yes, you can change. You can go to F1. There you can go to settings. In the settings, you can go to some. So here some settings are available here. So you can search in this F1. I'm actually some changes there. Yeah. So once you go to F1, about, and then you get this company data location, companies to load on startup, companies backup, and then you will have your default data storage, some path will be there. So there you can just check it. Now we have exported the data. This data is available in this path. I am going to copy this path, go to Tally, Excel. Now in Excel, go to the basic info. In the basic info, once again, how to export, I'm going to show you balance sheet, Alt E, financial statement, do all the configuration what you want, whether same data company, separate data company, select accordingly. Which company is selected? Yeah. Then export. The XML file will be going to a path, Control C, copy the path, and then what you do, go to Excel. In the Excel, go to basic info, ensure that on the top, the macros are enabled. select the XML file to import and then Control V. Open. So in this path, this is the XML file available. Okay. So data is being imported. Hardly a minute it will take. And you can see that what is imported, data is imported and mapped as per the tally grouping and updated in the following sheets. 4 sheets are updated. 1, the trial balance of current year and previous year, stock of current year and previous year, trade payable current year, previous year, trade receivable current year and previous year. See, within a minute, your Excel data is ready. The basic data for preparation of financial statement is ready. See, the highlight point which my personal practical experience is this time saving. One, exporting to Excel, importing to Excel. Yeah, this is very fast. That is because of XML. If you export to Excel format, then the grouping and all will not come. So even in ODBC, some step needs to be done. Again, choice is there, but this is a good method of preparation of exporting and importing the data. If you understand XML more better and then you can prepare even more number of macros by yourself. Today, all AI is available and using AI, you can do it. So you can see here, data is updated and mapped. Now, what and all is mapped that we are going to see. One, you can see the financial statement. This is the XML file which is being imported. The company name. Now again, one more thing I'm going to tell you. What is the company name? ABC Enterprises HO. Sir, why this HO is coming, sir? This is not the correct company name. ABC Enterprise is the correct name. Then in that case, what you need to do is, there is something called as mailing name in Tally. Now go to company, alter company. Here the company name is HO. Is correct is that? I don't know why it is, because normally mailing name should only go, or you delete this HO, Control A, and then again go to balance sheet, Alt T, Alt E, export. Okay. Now again we will go to Excel, clear data. You have an option. Suppose I want to update the data or save the file as version 1, version 2. Clear data. Yes, all the data will be cleared. Mapping will be deleted. Hardly less than a minute. Now again import the data. It is not necessary to clear the data, but I don't want overlapping. Done. So what is imported? Company name, then the current year, company name for the previous year data. So what is the company address? Now how it is picking the address? From the tally data. PAN number from the tally data. Type of entity you have to alter. So all down partnership. Then round off to, how do you want? Whether lakhs, crores, or you want the default, choice is yours. So based on this round off, your financial statement will be prepared. No, I want thousands, I want crores, but I don't think that this is your choice. Then same way, trade receivable and payable. How do you want to display? Whether as per the trial balance, closing balance, or as per the trade receivable or payable sheet. Now what is this? Now, trade receivable, payable. When we exported, 2 options were there for receivable and payable, whether you want to take the data from the bill-wise details if you have given yes. So we have given yes, and this data is appearing in this sheet. Which sheet? This payable and receivable sheet. So I want to show this as per this sheet. Then that is, I'm confident that my 100% ledger accounts are created bill-wise. Then I can select as per the trade payable or receivable sheet. I'm selecting as per trial balance. Then I'll show you the impact. Then fixed asset, how do you want to show? Net block or gross block method? You can select. Normally for companies, we prepare gross block method. And for individuals, partnership, we prepare net block. No, you are also preparing gross block for everyone. Then you can change the methodology. Then provide the signatory details. That is partner 1, designation partner, Chennai. Date you can provide later on also. Then auditor firm name, ABC and Co. Firm registration number. Then UDIN number. Then who is the auditor signing? Designation, membership number, place. So all these details, signing date, you can provide so that it will automatically be linked to the places where this data is to be updated. Partner name more than 2, yes, 2 partner name they have provided. Now this is only signatory. I think you want for signature purpose 2 partner name, whether it can be added or not. I have not tried. So partner 2, partner Chennai. I have to check. I did not check that. Or you can give the option for the tally or write to tally that this is not available. You want to add it. They may also make a changes. Or another option is if it is not there, nothing to worry. Prepare everything. Export this file to Excel format. There you can manually change it. So there is no linking there without link. So you come to the balance. Yeah, 2 partner signatory is there. Correct. I did not see. So thank you very much. I have also learned something new. So this date, separate date, again, they are provided for 2 partners. So these are the signatory details. So basic information is completed. Now we'll go to the balance sheet. Now here, financial is not yet completed. Based on what is there in tally, it has classified it. Now whether it is correct or not, you have to check it. So for every company, what you do, first time, when you are exporting and importing, classify first time. Next time it becomes ED, just export, again re-export it. Using the same classification, it is going to map the ledger. But one point of caution, always create a version 1, version 2, version 3. In case something happens, regrouping needs to be done. Your time will not be wasted. So now unmapped ledger. Now what is this yellow color? There are few ledgers which are unmapped. So we have to map it. So there should nothing be in orange color. Everything should be in black color. Same way P&L, lot of classification, unmapped ledger as there. Mapping needs to be done. Now trial balance, current year. So this is the trial balance which has been it's not going up. Just a second. So I'll do this view and then freeze. I don't know. Okay. We will come to the classification next. First, we'll see the sheets. So here in the sheet, if you see, right hand side, if you go, you will find the unmapped ledger classification. Okay. And here, if you see, same way, wherever yellow color is there, it is unmapped. Whether I can rechange the grouping? Yes, you can change it. Same way, P&L. Previous year. Now, once you do the classification, either you do the classification for the previous year, then you tell that copy the mapping from the previous year, or you do the classification in the current year, and then what you can do, you can tell Excel that, okay, you do the mapping from the previous version. So both the options are available. This is copy mapping from the previous version. Then your notes to accounts, statements are there. First, we'll go to this, understand the stock. Yeah. So these are all the stock. You can classify the stock. what is the nature of classification. You can change the classification, whether it is raw material, packing material, other material, finished goods, work in trade. So based on your classification, you can change it. Same way here, current year, previous year. Once you classify year, I will show this classification here. So this is finished goods. So I'm going to change finished goods. Finished goods. And what is this CV? So other material. So other material, raw material, raw material. You can copy and paste also. Then stock in trade, work in progress, stock in trade, stock in trade. Now this mapping I am done. So same mapping I want for the previous year. What I can do? Copy from current mapping. Yes, you can see. So mapping you don't need to do for both the year. 1 year you do it. What I will suggest, first map for current year because it contains the important aspects. Then map for the previous year. Okay. So this is what is the mapping. So these and all are some temporary files which has been created. So current year mapping, previous year mapping, since the data here is less, you can understand easily. I have shown in this data. Then trade payable. So trade payable, already I said that whether you want the classification from this sheet or from the trial balance, initially we have selected the classification from the trial balance and not from the this sheet. Now you feel that okay, here nothing is on account. Now how to identify whether the company has maintained the tally data bill-wise correctly or not? If there is no account outstanding in on account, that means to major extent the tally data is maintained correctly. The bill-wise data is maintained correctly. So here on account is there. That means it is not maintained correctly. Understood? So this is the way you have to understand. And if you want to reclassify, now assume that this is trade payable is showing, but it is not a trade payable, it is some other liability. Then you can classify here also. So all those options are available. Same way here, current year, previous year, same way trade receivables, you have the options where they have provided the breakup. Now here, it would be better if they provide the breakup for more than 180 days. It will be helpful for GST purpose also. So we can give a suggestion to Tally also that this can be done. Same way trade receivable you see. More than 180 days, less than 180 days on account. So on account should not be there. If something is on account, that means the classification is not done correctly. Or either change the classification in Tally and then you can use this method or you do it manually. Same way here, what is the classification? Whether it is secured, unsecured, doubtful, provision, unbillable. So all these classification you can do here. So this is regarding data, debtor, creditor and stock. Till this, any details, any doubt you have? Hope you have understood till now how to export the data, import the data, current year, previous year, provide the basic data, then how to copy the data from this year. Now, since it is macro, it is running fast. So you can see how the impact is. Fine. Now we come to the last part, completion of this financial statement part. See, what is the most important mapping? We are going to the trial balance current year. Already I have said that whenever you are doing the mapping, first complete the mapping for current year and then go for the previous year, copy and paste. And apart from that, if something is pending in previous year, then you do the mapping separately. Now let's understand this sheet first. Now, if this sheet, if you see what it is, this is the trial balance. Sir, I'm finding this difficult, sir, to prepare classification, my format is not there. No problem. This sheet you copy to Excel, separate file, copy and paste it, and then you prepare your own methodology. No one is stopping you. At least this data you are getting. Now, what is the important data when you export a balance sheet or P&L or trial balance from the tally directly? You don't get the grouping in a columnar format. When the grouping is in a columnar format, then in Excel you can play around and then prepare the data. Normally, I tell data ko tod madod ke jodta hu. That is, you break the data and then you join the data using a lot of filters, options is there, Power Query is there, and then the pivot is there. You can prepare the schedules. Now, what are the options here? One is the ledger name as per tally. Second, what is the parent grouping? Then what is the main grouping? Then tally grouping, what it is, nature of group, opening balance, then opening balance, debit, credit, transaction, closing balance. Now minus means what? Minus means debit balance. Now whether you want to bifurcate between current, non-current, you can classify here. So this classification can be done here. Each and every ledger you can classify whether current or non-current, whatever classification you want to do. If you want to split the data, then classification. So first classification is what? First classification is your tally classification. Here, I don't think you can change. Yeah, never. So better avoid changing the classification here, though it is giving the option to change you the data. It may create some results. So whatever classification you want to change, you have this classification. Now, how does classification come? First, whether balance sheet or P&L. That is the first level classification. Next, asset, liability, income, expenditure. Next, capital account, secured, unsecured loans, current asset loans and current liabilities and provisions. Then fixed assets, current assets. This way, the classification is done. Now, there is some classification. This ledger, assume this ledger, some ledger I am taking for just for sample purpose. Now, this loan from partner, this is debit balance, but that is grouped in tally as unsecured loan. I don't want in unsecured loan. It is a debit balance. I want in loans and advances. Without changing from tally, what I can do? I can just directly go to here and change to assets and then change to the loans and advances and do the reclassification. Once again, I'm telling you this some of them, sometimes what happens is when you see a ledger, you feel that I'll activate this freeze, unfreeze pane. Okay, I will freeze till here. You can freeze, unfreeze the data because freezing saves a lot of time. It will not waste your time. So here you can see now some data is there. Assume this loan from partner. Here it is credit balance. Assume it is debit balance. I don't want this data to be shown in liabilities. I want this data to be shown in the asset side because though it is under liability, but this year it has become debit. So what I will do, I can change this. Yes, you can change this. Control Z option is not working here. So be careful. And then loans and advances. So for the classification, I can say unsecured loan from related parties or unsecured other loans and advances. So this way classification can be done, right? Yes. So this is one classification method which you are manually doing without any query released from the software. So it is your choice that you are using this methodology to provide the classification. So this is one. Second classification is wherever yellow color is there, you classify. Now stock, you don't need to do anything. Second, capital account. So you can provide what is the capital. So here they have provided 4 capital account. I have suggested Tally that you put a separate schedule for capital account where they can provide the data of the capital partners and then that can be linked. So here only one is there. So the same way capital account 2, capital account 3, capital account 4. Now there are some 6 capital. So a further capital is not there. What you can do is you can select other capital account and here you can give capital account. Capital account 5. Same way other capital account. Capital account 6. And then this is current account. So current account 1. This is partner 1, partner 2, partner 3. So this way you have to classify each and everything and this unmapped ledger should go. So one by one some items we will take. Say for example, till now is it understandable? Any doubt you have? Classification you want something to take again how to do it? Yes? Any part you want me to repeat till now? The flow of activity, understanding the flow is very important. Once you understand the steps, then this is nothing. So classification is just hardly some half an hour time it may take, depend upon how you do the classification. Sometimes some confusion will surely come. I don't deny the fact, but some issues may come practically. But one by one, if you do, you will be able to understand it more better. Now, capital reserves and surplus capital reserves as that. So capital reserve, again, I want to classify in capital reserve. So general reserve, normally in private limited company, no one prepares this such kind of reserve. But assuming such people create some reserve. So the other reserve. Now, once you create classification 4, automatically classification 5 will create and you can give your own wording. See, in classification 5, nothing will be from the pre-filled data. Classification 4 will be from the pre-filled grouping. That is tally grouping. Here you can see arrow mark. That means what? It is telling you again classify to which group I have to classify for the purpose of financial statement. So current account here, current account 4, then other, current account, other, current account. Account 5, 6. Okay. So these are reserves and surplus. Few other items we will see now. Borrowing. So now what is the classification of the borrowing? Repayable on demand bank OD. So based on the name it is taking that it is repayable on demand. Second, deferred, some other classification, loan classification, what you want to do. So you can type and see whether deferred any classification is there. Unsecured deferred payment liability. So deferred property liability, same way deferred payment we can select. I'm 100% I'm not selecting everything correct because of time factor. To make you understand what it is, I'm just showing. Now coming to secured loan, we know that it is secured loan. So you just type secured. Now, if you're using older version of Excel, this feature will not be available. That is whenever I type, the name comes. In older version, you have to click on this down arrow. You have to click on this down arrow or you can type Alt down arrow. So Alt down arrow key. So both the method is possible. My is Office 365. So that's why in the latest version it is giving this feature. If you are using the older version of Excel, you may not find. You will tell sir, you are getting this detail. I am not getting. This is because of version difference. So now secured loan. Now secured loan, what type of loan is this? Secured loan, this is for the machinery. So the secured loan payable, whether it is from bank or other person, secured loan from financial lease. So other person. So this way you can classify secured loan. Then same way you have unsecured loan. So unsecured loan, this is from unsecured loan from Sundaram Finance or partner. So unsecured loan from other parties. So this way classification can be done, each and every classification. Here you can see rent payable, what type of classification it is. So here it is other payables. So same way GST payable, ESI PF payable, GST payable, TDS payable. So one by one you can just type and whatever it is, this is provision for gratuity, provision for leave encashment, provision for gratuity. You see, based on the grouping, automatically the classification 2 is changing, classification 3 is changing, classification 4 is changing. Now here this is a group. What is this group? For NK Doshi. So it is asset. I don't want in trade payable. I want this in loan, in borrowing. I can change here. So it is not necessary that in tally also I have to change. I can change here and change the classification. So this way you can provide the breakup also. Now here assume that you want to provide current, non-current breakup also you can provide here. I will take some amount here. Now since I have not cleared the classification, you can give the breakup. 1 lakh is current. So it cannot exceed the amount. So 1 lakh, 1 lakh. So what it will do automatically in the financial statement, it will show separately as current and separately as non-current. So value breakup also you can provide here. Long term, short term, you have to select in the classification. So both the options are available. So one by one, you clear everything and then that's it. Your financial statement is ready. And if you want to view the financial statement, then update with notes, update all. Now, I have not completed fully, then also it is accepting it. So wherever it is cleared, it will update the notes. I have classified some 10 or 15 items. So those 10 or 15 items, it has updated. I want to see how the impact is. Now here you can see yellow color is been removed for capital account. Why? Because I have made the classification. Now go to page down. I want to copy. Now I have done the current year classification. I want to copy the classification in the previous year. Copy mapping from current year. Yes. Do you want to update notes? Yes. So automatically it will update in the all the schedules, notes to accounts, balance sheet, P&L, everywhere it will update the data. So you can see less than a minute. It takes just less than a minute. Message copied. So now go to this current year. You see we have done the classification for capital account. Everything is cleared because we have done year and all we have not cleared. That's why it is not done. I will show you with the full classification. I'll have done one sample. So brief accounts you can provide here. Then you can see this file. One issue is that this you cannot extend it. You cannot change the row format. I have set to tally and they have given me the latest file where this option is extended. You can provide the partner's name here. Again, I have given suggestion that you give a schedule and then get the name from there. So automatically difference also what it is, everything it is showing you. So step by capital account manually again you have to fill it. Here again you see the P&L account, capital reserve, we have given the classification. Then the loan, that is one loan we have classified as current and non-current. So here this is long-term borrowing and this is 1 lakh has come in this term loan. Then next schedule, so another 1 lakh will be there. Term loan 1 lakh. So same amount, two different places. Automatically it has done the classification. So one by one you see you can fill the fixed asset schedule here. What is the rate of depreciation, previous year schedule. So all the data you can fill here. So one is net method, another one is gross method. Both the option it is providing. So based on what value you provide in the main sheet, all these reports will be updated. Now what I'll do, I'll save this data and I have a demo file which is already pre-filled. That is same tally data. I have filled it one by one. It took some maximum half an hour for me to fill this. So this is the demo file. Notes I have not updated, so enable. Now here you go to the trial balance. You can see that all the classification 4 and 5 is updated. Now what is not updated is this bifurcation, more than 6 months, less than 6 months. If I want, I can use that method. One method I have shown you. Which method? From the trial balance it is telling. So I select use the classification as per trade receivable payable sheet. Then go to and update all. So what I have done, earlier I have taken the sundry debtor and creditor from the trial balance. Now I have taken from the trade receivable and payable classification. Same way I have updated the copy mapping from current year. This and all you can fill it. Then you can see this capital account. That's what I said. This is updated with tally. And then this is the final balance sheet. So I have not filled fully, but only done the classification work. So this full classification, once it's complete, you go and see the balance sheet. You see the balance sheet, nothing is in yellow. That means what? All the mapping of the trial balance basic level is done. Reporting is full, not complete, but basic level trial balance mapping is done. So here nothing is in yellow. Same way P&L you go and see. So only if something is there you want to manually change, that you can do it. Some unmapped lectures are there. So if I want to print only the one sheet, this sheet I want to print, current sheet. Yes to export to PDF, click no to preview only, cancel to abort. I want to view the preview. So you can see this is the classification. And again, once again, I'm telling any doubt, any problem you have, since this is new, some issue may come practically for you. You can write to Tally and they are ready to help you. So I'll go print this current sheet, no, and you will get the preview. So automatically the page alignment is done. And this is done, sir. This and all is okay, sir. Somewhere I want to fine tune some data or some wording or some changes I want to make in this report. Now, once you finalize your numbers, if it is correct, then what you do, you can export this whole file to another separate Excel file, which will not have any linking to this, without any macro to send to your clients or whomever you want to send. So export to Excel. Okay. So this is the Excel file. Now here you see no basic data, nothing, only balance sheet, P&L based on what we have created there. There you can. And if you want to make any changes here, you can make the changes. Once again, I'll tell you, please be careful. Formulas are not copied. Now here if you see, there is nothing, I don't think. So here formulas are not copied. Only the text content is copied to a new Excel file. So with this, we complete the second part about how to generate the financial statement from Tally to Excel utility, which is macro enabled Excel utility. Just a brief preview. I'll tell you first. Take your serial number, go to tallysolutions.com, check whether it is eligible or tally is not updated. update the tally to latest version. Your client may be using any version, nothing to worry. You can update in your system to the latest version, convert within a second. The tally data will be updated, whether it is ERP or TallyPrime 2.1, whatever it is. And then once you update the tally, update the serial number, give the OTP, and then go to tally, update the license. Once you update the license, what will happen? Go to the tally folder, right click, go to the tally folder, and there you will get a file app resource. In the app resource plugin, in the plugin, you will find this non-financial statement. Download it, and then that is your template file. Then go to tally, go to balance sheet, go to export, which type of data it is, whether current year, both the data are available or different companies are available. Select the data and then export the XML. Then import the XML to Excel. Then fine tune, complete the mapping. Few tips I have given. Sometimes you are facing difficulties. Some companies that you don't want to do so much. Take the trial balance, copy and paste to another file, because this trial balance is a powerful trial balance and more helpful trial balance. So if you get even these two data, sometimes your work becomes easy. So by manually, if you want, that also can be done. And do the mapping, copy from current year to previous year to current year. Then you have the stock details, then trade receivable details, update it, and then use it. So unless and until you don't use it, you will not be able to know the importance or what updates are there. So with regard to this, we'll see if any query is there. Is this paid package that we need to get? See, if you update your tally, see when you buy a tally, say for example, tally silver version is 22,500 plus GST. You buy new tally, normally for 1 year, you get the license, and for the update, you get 1 year TSS. Now, if you don't update, what happens? You can use the tally, but you cannot update the tally from older version to newer version. Say you are using TallyPrime 2.1 and now, TallyPrime 2.1. Now tally newer version is there 6.1, that you cannot update it because your TSS has expired. Now how to know whether TSS is expired or not? Again, you go to this F1 and you will be able to find, go to about, you will be able to find the validity of your license is still 31st May 2026. If it is in red color, that means you have to renew it. So once you renew it, then automatically this financial statements will be updated for you. No separate cost for this financial statement utility as such. Cost is only for renewal of tally if you have not done. So that is point number 1. Next, what queries are there? Hope I have cleared this query for you. Free, yeah, it is free for all the version. No, sorry, but it will work only in TallyPrime 6 version and above. Now, classification 5 is first level classification, what it is, balance sheet item or P&L item. Second level classification is what, main group. Third level classification is what, subgroup. Fourth level classification is what, further classification, short term, long term, or based on the financial statement classification. Now, these 4 classification is based on drop down menu. That means you cannot create anything new. Now, we had 6 capital account, but only 4 is visible, 2 I need to create. So what did I do? I selected others, and what name I wanted for the 5th and 6th, I have provided in the 5th classification. So 5th classification is where you don't have the further breakup available, but you are grouping it to one group. You have to provide the further additional breakup. How do we export this to Excel? To export to Excel, once again, go to this utility. After completing it, I will close this file. In the utility, you can go to the balance sheet, and in the right hand side, you have Excel to export to MS Excel. Automatically, it will be exported and saved in the folder where your file is stored. Now, my file is stored where? This is the place where my Excel file is stored. So you can see this demo print. This is the demo print file which is being generated. Yes, offline adjustment after see what happens is I doubt whether offline adjustment can be done. Let me check. I don't know. Because your debit and credit should tally. If offline adjustment needs to be done means what? Say for example, this is 41 lakhs. You want this 2,30,000 and this as 40 lakh. We will try 40. Yes. And is there any difference? No. Then update to classification. Yes. Okay, done. Yes, you can do this amount change. Now we will go and just check whether that is same or not. This is 40 lakhs. What was that? The amount it is allowing. Yeah. So here you can see amount it is allowing. Just go and check in the notes where the loans is being provided, whether this amount is updated. This amount where you have to ensure that the trial balance is tallied after the adjustment. So this is happening. Branch, they are preparing the branch detail. We have to wait and watch how they are going to consolidate the branch adjustment. So offline adjustment is possible after exporting. Branch they are preparing. Okay, fine. Any other doubts? So few 2-3 details I'll share. What are the updates in Tally 6.1? Why profit getting transferred to reserve center? Yeah, see that is why certain manual things are there. I forgot to mention about this. Either you transfer to partners capital account in Tally, option number 1. Okay. Option number 2 is that if you have not transferred to partners account, then manually you can do it. Like now how I change the amount manually for 41 lakhs, 30,000, 40 lakhs and this. What you do, you make the P&L 0 and then transfer that amount in the capital account and manually you can do it. See, 100% I'll not say that everything will be done automatically within a second. Certain few manual things are required, like your fixed asset, capital account, profit transfer. Manually, you have to do it. Yes. So 2-3 things, just 10-15 minutes more maximum. Just one brief details about what is further available in Tally. One is the invoice management system. We all know that in the GSTR, the new port, that is the GST return filing portal, invoice management system is being implemented where every month you have the option to select whether this invoice is yours. Yes, you are taking for this month or carrying forward to the next month, or you can reject it. So this management system is implemented in Tally also. So from Tally, you can manage your data and the IMS option is enabled. So in the GST option, you have this IMS option. So download IMS Invest options are there, reset it, upload the IMS inward invoice, and whatever actions you want to take the actions here. So again, further, you can do the return filing from Tally itself. You can download the GST return. You can download the GST returns from in Tally GSTR1, and then automatically GSTR1 will check in the Tally and give you the difference. This is not matching, that is not matching. You can download the 2B and map the data and check what is the difference. So many updates Tally has been provided in the GST. So use this. If you use it separately, then a lot of time has been spent. And using these features like download GST returns, you can download various returns. I have not enabled for this company. So you can download the returns 2A, 2B, GSTR1, GSTR3B, checking, all those options are there. E-invoice, anyway, it is enabled earlier. Again, edit log for private limited companies and public limited company, we know that edit log is must. Again, they have made further enhancement in the edit log also with lot of new features in the enhancement. So if you want to download the edit log, you can just go to download option and you have two version of Tally. So 6.2 is the latest version of Tally. And this is edit log enabled Tally. So you can download and get this edit log, whatever entries you pass, whether you delete, you alter, every track of the voucher, track of the ledger name, track of the grouping, any change, everything will be updated in your Tally. Then connected banking. Now this is again a time saving feature. See, most of the time today we are living in the digital world. Normally I tell that data बेटा झूठ बोल सकता है, data झूठ नहीं बोल सकता. Everything is data. Now 5 or 10 years back, if you see for individual return filing, people will come to me, sir, I want to file my return. Okay, give your bank statement. He will bring a passbook. For 5 years, single page. What are the entry? Opening balance, 1 or 2 cash deposit, interest. Opening balance, 1 or 2 cash deposit, withdrawal, interest. Now, they will give me 5 passbook. What it is? 500 rupees transaction, 50 rupees transaction, UPI, GPay, UPay, iPay, Phone Pay, everything. So much transactions are there. Now, bank reconciliation has become the biggest work in Tally. Now, AI, automation of Tally means what? Now your invoice is generated immediately. Purchase, you are still passing it manually. If you know how to import the data from the 2B, also you can import the data in Excel and then import in Tally. That option is also available. Cash entry, manually you have to type R, that can also imported in Excel. Connected banking again is a new feature, but at present in Tally, you can connect to 2 banks. One is Kotak Mahindra Bank and Axis Bank. You have these options. So give a login access and then data from your bank statement will be imported in Tally and automatically it will do the reconciliation, or you can do the reconciliation manually. It will suggest what is potential matches and then even the entry passing. Just you need to select, once you downloaded the statement in Tally, you can select F7. You just pass the ledger name, amount is already filled, narration is already filled, bank account detail already filled, bank date is already filled. So what is now left? Only the ledger name. So passing of ledger name, once you complete the entry, that means automatically bank is tallied. Otherwise, people pass the entry, then account is not tallying, BRS is not tallying, spend again lot of time in matching the BRS. All these things are there. So, sir, I don't have account in Kotak or Axis. Nothing, no problem. You just download your bank statement and just import here. Download your bank statement, import bank statement. All the bank statement format is being set in the Tally. Select the bank. So as it is Excel download, import in this. Automatically Tally will map the data, give you these are the bank data, whether you want to reconcile or whether you want to pass the new entry and pass the entry. This is other again amazing feature which Tally helps you in updating your bank accounts with ease. So much time is saved. Next, GST update, 22nd February. So one movie is the Zishyam movie, where 1st October, 2nd October date was there, and now the 22nd September is lot of anyone you talk, are you buying something? No, after 22nd September. Why? Because change in rate of GST. So the version 2.0 of GST has made lot of impact. Many goods and few services, the rate has been changed from 12% to 5%, from 28% to 18%. Now with ease, how can you make these updates of rate? Now Tally is nowhere linked to the portal of the GST for the purpose of the GST update in the rate. But what feature Tally is having is one HSN code, you can get the data of the stock. Now in Tally, you can maintain the GST rate at three places, one at the ledger, another one at the duties and taxes, another one in the stock. So I normally tell don't maintain GST rate in the duties and taxes. Only maintain in sales or purchase, ledger or stock. Now if you are using stock, now here you see this item, only few items. But if you go to a provision store or some other store, there will be thousands or hundreds or thousands of items. Each and every item you have to select and change the rate. That is one method. Now assume that FG1, earlier it was, what is the rate of tax? 5%. Assume this has become exempted now. I want to change it. What I can do, like FG1, I have FG1, 2, 3, 4, 500 are there. One I will select and then waste my time. Another option, there are two methods. One, you can change the rate in the stock. Go to the rate applicable. Why it is not? Specify details here. So now you make it exempted. And once you make it exempt, give the effective date. Change the effective date to what? 22nd September 2025, and automatically this will be implemented, and when you pass on 22nd September, the new date will be implemented. So one option is long method where one by one stock item I have to do. Second method, whatever common item are there, you know that, okay, these items are 0 per 5 to 0. These items are 12 to 5. Group it into one single group. And then go to this group. I'm going to this group. Control, enter. And in the group, what you do? Go to this specify details here. Select exempted. New effective date 22/09/2025. Control A. By this, what happens? Now here see this, what is the FG2 rate? So FG2 rate has become 0. But with what effective date? 22nd September 2025. Before that, 5% rate billing will be done. So these are the few updates I thought, okay, we'll give in Tally. Lot of other many features Tally is coming. So with this, we complete the session. Now the floor is open. Some FAQs are there. This PPT I will share with the institute. They will share with you whether how the aging can be done. There are more details. So we'll take Q&A and then we'll close the session.
Hello, thank you, Vinodh. It's a very excellent session.
Thank you, sir. Is there a system of reconciliation of profit and loss from financial and XML financial to understand to integrity? There is no specific system. Manually only you have to do it. As of now, no system is there. So that is why normally what I do is I use ODBC and then do it because it is more the real-time basis I can check. Yes, you can make some few checkpoints. Now, normally, what are the few checkpoints like profit? You can just type and keep the profit as per Tally and keep some changes and checkpoints. Profit, capital, cash, bank. These are the four things you can keep to ensure that the changes are there. Any other doubt? So I think we'll complete the session then. Thank you all for your patient hearing, and I hope I have made you understand how to use this financial statement from Tally to Excel and XML. Try using it. Spend some time in technology. Today we are in the data world. So unless and until you are not updated with the technology, you will be outdated. Spend some time or keep a person in your office who will spend some time on your behalf to update all these things, because a lot of factors are there in spending the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful knowledge sharing session, sir.
Thank
And
you.
also, we thank to all the delegates who are participated in the event. Thank you from SIRC for all.
Thank you very much.